Syria has a new government, and with it, a new First Lady. Latifa al-Darubi is the wife of the new president, Ahmed al-Sharaa. Her first public appearance was a sensation, sparking worldwide interest. Who is she? What role will she play in the new Syria? Will she become a prominent First Lady like Asma al-Assad? Or will she remain in her husband's shadow? Stay with us to uncover the truth about Syria's new First Lady. Let's get started. At the end of 2024, Syria underwent a major transformation. Bashar al-Assad fled to Russia, bringing his long reign to an end. The opposition took power, and the new leader of the country became Ahmed al-Sharaa. He was once seen as a warlord, a rebel leader, but now he wants to be recognized as a legitimate head of state. He has started appearing on the international stage, holding talks and securing support from other nations. But it's not just his political moves that have drawn attention. His wife, Latifa al-Darubi, has also become a key figure. Her appearance in the public eye was not a coincidence. It was a strategic move by the new government. After a sudden change in power, it was crucial to project stability. And the First Lady is not just the president's wife. She is a symbol of normal life in the country. But who is she, really? Latifa al-Darubi was born in 1984 in the city of al-Qaryatain, in the Homs province. Her family is one of the oldest and most respected in the region. The Darubi name has been known in Syria since the Ottoman era. Her great-grandfather, Ala al-Din al-Darubi, held high-ranking positions in the Ottoman administration. He was a governor and even a physician to Sultan Abdulhamid II. After the Ottoman Empire collapsed, he briefly served as Syria's prime minister, but his time in office lasted only a month before he was assassinated. Latifa's family has always been connected to politics and the country's religious elite. Among her ancestors were not only statesmen, but also a well-known Quran reciter. Her name, Latifa, means gentle and graceful in Arabic, words that, according to those who know her, describe her well. She received a strong education and earned a master's degree in Arabic language and literature. Latifa al-Darubi and Ahmed al-Sharaa got married long before he rose to power. Their relationship remained largely out of the spotlight for years, as Ahmed was focused on political and military struggles. It is unclear whether their marriage was based on love or was a traditional alliance meant to strengthen ties between influential families. But after the change in leadership, Latifa found herself in the center of public attention, and her image became part of the country's new political landscape. The couple has 3 sons, but little is known about their private life. In one interview, the new president revealed that he had to move frequently and even spent time living in the mountains of Syria with his wife and children. Interestingly, Latifa's sister is married to Mohammed Marwan, who was appointed as the governor of Damascus after the new government took power. It seems the new president is being careful, placing people he truly trusts in key positions. Until recently, Latifa al-Darubi's name had never appeared in the media. She stayed away from public events and led a private life. But everything changed when her husband became president. Now, she is an essential part of his political strategy. On January 29th, Ahmed al-Sharaa was officially sworn in as Syria's president. The very next day, he introduced his wife as First Lady at a meeting with a delegation of Syrian women from the United States. This was her first public appearance. With a smile, the new president dismissed rumors that he had multiple wives, saying, "There is no one else. What you hear on social media is just gossip." However, at that meeting, his wife chose not to be photographed with the group. As a result, her appearance remained a mystery to the public. But despite that, her presence caused a stir online. The real sensation, however, came later, during the Syrian president's first international trip. During his visit, he met with Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman. Then, a video appeared online showing Ahmed al-Sharaa and his wife performing Umrah in Mecca. a sacred pilgrimage in Islam. These images quickly spread across social media and sparked a huge reaction. It was the first time she had ever been seen in public. The First Lady had stepped out of the shadows. The video captured Latifa al-Darubi walking side by side with her husband inside the al-Haram mosque. It became a true sensation. But her visit to Saudi Arabia wasn't the last. The very next day, she travelled with her husband to Turkey, where she met with Turkey's First Lady. Emine Erdogan shared on social media that they had a warm conversation, discussing important topics: humanitarian aid, women's empowerment, and the role of education. In just a few days, Latifa al-Darubi transformed from an unknown figure into a public personality. Her image became a key part of Ahmed al-Sharaa's foreign policy strategy. But can she follow in the footsteps of her predecessor, Asma al-Assad, or will Syria have a completely new kind of First Lady? Although Latifa has only just started making public appearances, one thing is already clear: she is nothing like Asma. They represent two completely different models of a First Lady, not just in appearance but in behaviour, beliefs, and their role in their husbands' lives. Asma al-Assad was once called the Desert Rose. Her lifestyle was far from strict Middle Eastern traditions: elegant suits, uncovered hair, bold social reforms. She became the most public First Lady in Syria's history, leading major humanitarian projects, opening schools, and working in charity. Asma accompanied Bashar al-Assad in meetings with world leaders, and her photos appeared in Western magazines. In recent years, Asma al-Assad became even more powerful in the country. There were rumors that she controlled the regime's finances and influenced her husband's decisions. But now, her time is over. Syria no longer belongs to the Assad family. The difference in behavior is striking. Latifa al-Darubi wears traditional clothing, modest outfits, and a hijab. In public, she appears calm, reserved, and respectful, perfectly fitting the image of an ideal Muslim wife. And this difference is not accidental. If Asma al-Assad tried to create a secular image, Latifa represents traditional values. In the new Syria, where conservative forces have taken power, she doesn't need to be a reformer or a public politician. On the contrary, her image strengthens her husband's position among the religious and traditional population. But how will this affect Ahmed al-Sharaa's reputation? Latifa is not just his wife. Her presence is a strategic move. The new president wants to show that he will not follow Assad's path, that he will not create an elite ruling class around him, but will stay close to the people. And his wife must reflect that image. A modest, traditional First Lady reassures society. She sends a message that in the new Syria there will be no privileged secular elite like in the Assad era. She may lead programs to support Syrian women, charity foundations, and initiatives to restore schools and hospitals. All of this will help shape the image of a caring and kind-hearted First Lady, strengthening public trust in the new government. Latifa al-Darubi has unexpectedly found herself at the center of attention. Her image makes her the perfect First Lady for the new Syria. Ahmed al-Sharaa has stated that she is his only wife, but under Islamic law, a man is allowed to have up to 4 wives. Who knows? Maybe in the future, more wives will appear. What do you think? What lies ahead for Latifa al-Darubi? Share your opinion in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe and leave a like. See you next time.